100 years after the appearance of the Titans, humanity receives a grim reminder of the threat that the Titans pose. Under the belief that they were safe behind the walls, a colossal Titan peers over the walls and breaks the wall. A young boy and his foster sister do what they can to save their mother, trapped below the debris of their fallen house, but they are forced to flee when a disturbing Titan appears. The boy watches as, before his eyes, the Titan picks her up and eats her. Titans continue to kill the citizens of Shiganshina as Ren, Mikasa, and Armin escape with their lives. After an armored Titan break through the inner gate, Ren vows to kill all the Titans on the Earth. A year after Armin's grandfather perishes in an operation to retake Maria, the three children join the military as part of the 104th Cadet Corps. After a brutal introduction to their commandant Keith Sades, the cadets learn of Ren's past and his dreams. Ren later finds difficulty training with ODM gear, though with some motivation from his new friends he is able to overcome his struggle. The commandant later reveals that his belt was somehow broken, and Ren finds no difficulty training with functional gear. In the last days of their training, Ren learns to spar with Annie as she notes the absurd system the military operates by. Ren later uses Annie's technique against Jean during an argument. After graduation, the cadets think about which military regiment they will enlist in, and Ren's speech convinces many to consider the Scouts. However, the day after graduation, the colossal Titan suddenly appears at Drost. Ren's fight with the colossal Titan comes to an abrupt halt when the creature vanishes without a trace. The cadets are entrusted with the defense of the city, causing many to panic or lose hope, and Mikasa worries for Ren's life. When the battle begins, Ren's squad is quickly decimated by the invading Titans. Armin is saved from the brink of death by Ren, but Ren is eaten in his place. Ren's death weighs heavily on Armin's mind while Mikasa forcefully persuades a merchant boss to allow the civilians to evacuate the district before his goods. She recalls the day 6 years ago when Ren saved her from kidnappers who killed her parents, the day she received her scarf and began considering Ren as family. Things turn bleak for the cadets when headquarters is overrun by Titans, leaving them unable to resupply before evacuation. After Mikasa learns of Ren's death, she leads a reckless charge for HQ but gets separated from the others. She nearly accepts her imminent death until she finds the will to fight, but she is miraculously saved with the arrival of a mysterious Titan that fights other Titans, a manifestation of humanity's rage. As Jean leads the cadets to the Trust HQ, the mysterious Titan is lured there by Mikasa, Armin, and Connie. The Titan fights the others outside while the cadets enact a strategy to clear out the Titans from the supply room. After resupplying, some cadets notice the mysterious Titan collapsing from exhaustion after killing the remaining Titans. Miraculously, Ren Yeager emerges unconscious from the Titan's nape, alive and healed. The Scouts on a scouting mission beyond Walrose receive news of the attack on Drost, and Commander Erwin orders for an immediate retreat. Meanwhile, Ren is brought before the leaders of the garrison to answer for his sudden Titan powers. Ren attempts to convince the captain that he is human, but his words fall on deaf ears. When the captain orders the artillery crew to fire upon Ren, he transforms into a partial Titan to shield his friends from the blast. Ren's sudden transformation comes as a shock to both the garrison and his fellow cadets. Armin decides to put his life on the line and argue for Ren's sake before the captain, but the man is unmoved. However, the confrontation is resolved with the arrival of Commander Pixis, who desires to follow the plan which Armin has devised to seal the breach in Walrose. Commander Pixis announces the plan to seal Walrose with a boulder in the city, but the soldiers and cadets are reluctant to follow. Given the dire circumstances, Pixis convinces the troops to take the risk. Under the command of the garrison elite squad, Ren approaches the boulder while the other soldiers distract the Titans. However, upon transforming into his Titan form, he immediately attacks Mikaza. Ren's sudden assault causes conflict among the garrison elite squad, though Ian believes it is best to defend Ren at all costs. Meanwhile, the cadets continue to distract the Titans in the city, though Jean's ODM gear malfunctions and he is cornered. Seeing flares signaling failure, Armin travels to Ren and speaks to him by cutting into his Titan's nape, reminding him of his dreams to see the outside world. His willpower rekindled, Ren's Titan begins to heal its wounds. After the skirmishes between the cadets and the Titans come to a close, the soldiers of Trust see Ren carrying the boulder to the breach and defend him with their lives. Once the breach is sealed, the Scout Regiment arrives to assist in clearing out the remaining Titans. After the battle, the cadets assist in clearing out the corpses, and Jean finds Marco's body. Sometime later, Ren awakens in a cell supervised by Commander Erwin and Captain Levi, who accepts him into the Scouts. Ren is brought before a military tribunal that will determine his fate as a soldier for humanity. The military police regiment wishes to thoroughly investigate Ren's Titan nature before killing him to appease the people, whereas the Scout regiment wishes to investigate and make use of Ren's Titan powers in an upcoming scouting mission. After heated debate from both sides, it is decided that Ren will be handed over to the Scouts. Ren joins the Special Operations Squad of the Scout Regiment and is taken to an old Scout base where they will prepare for the upcoming scouting mission. He meets his squad mates and learns of the Titan research performed by Section Commander Hange. The next morning, the Scouts learn that Sonny and Bin, Hange's Titan test subjects, have been killed. As the Scouts wonder who is responsible, Commander Erwin asks Ren who the true enemy is. After the 104th Cadets are investigated concerning the deaths of Sonny and Bin, they are presented with the choice of which regiment they will join. Commander Erwin, informing the cadets of the Scout Regiment's upcoming mission, urges for them to join their cause, and many cadets become official Scouts. Ren later reunites with his friends and learns of Marco's death. 1 month later, the Scouts set out from Kalanath District on the 57th Exterior Scouting Mission. Erwin's long-distance enemy scouting formation proceeds towards Shiganshina as expected until Armin encounters a female Titan. Joining Reiner and Jean, the three confront the Titan to buy the commander time. Reiner comes close to death in the female's grip, but narrowly escapes with his life. Afterward, the female Titan changes direction, heading for Ren's position in the formation. The female Titan devastates the Scout Regiment in search for Ren, killing any soldier it comes across. Meanwhile, Commander Erwin redirects the formation into the forest of giant trees. When Squad Levi enters the forest, they soon encounter the female Titan. The squad begins to panic, asking Captain Levi for orders, though Levi seems level-headed in the dire situation. While Squad Levi flees the female Titan in the forest, Ren thinks back to the days when Hange experimented with his Titan abilities and his squad's trust in him was tested. Placing his faith in his comrades, he agrees to follow Captain Levi's orders to advance without confronting the Titan. The chase comes to an abrupt halt when the female Titan runs right into Commander Erwin's trap, where it is caught with weaponized restraints. As the squad recovers, Levi joins the commander to discover the identity of the female Titan. The Scouts worry over the thought of Titan spies in their midst as Commander Erwin makes attempts to extract the female Titan's human form. However, the female Titan uses a scream to attract nearby Titans which devour its body. Erwin worries that the human pilot has escaped in the steam. When the scouts are ordered to retreat, a cloaked figure approaches Squad Levi in the air, killing Gunter. Trusting in the abilities of his comrades, Ren retreats as Squad Levi attacks a newly transformed female Titan. However, its abilities catch the scouts off guard before all are killed one by one. In a rage, Ren transforms into his Titan form to battle the monster himself. Ren relentlessly assaults the female Titan, but eventually he is defeated as Mikasa comes to his aid. Biting Ren out of his Titan's nape, the female Titan retreats while Mikasa pursues it. Levi arrives afterward, joining Mikasa to pursue the Titan from a distance. Mikasa and Captain Levi pursue the female Titan, deciding to rescue Ren and join in the retreat. Levi quickly overpowers the female and rescues Ren, though he is injured in the process. The retreating scouts are pursued by Titans, leading them to reluctantly toss the corpses of their dead from the carriages. Returning to Kalanath in bitter defeat, the scouts are later ordered to transport Ren to the capital. In Stohus district on eastern Walsina, Annie prepares to join her military police in a mission to escort Ren to the capital until she is pulled aside by Armin, who asks for her assistance in sneaking Ren away to safety. Hesitantly agreeing, Annie is led by Ren, Armin, and Mikasa to a tunnel leading underground. Annie refuses to follow the scouts below, and their suspicions that Annie is the female Titan are confirmed. Escaping capture, Annie transforms in the middle of the city. Recalling the meeting when the scouts suspect the female Titan's identity, Ren is too hesitant to transform into his Titan to fight Annie. Devising a plan to distract her, Mikasa and Armin split up to confront Annie, but Ren is crushed under the collapsing tunnel. The scout regiment engages in battle with the female Titan while Jean and Armin attempt to convince Ren to fight. When Ren finally finds his resolve, he transforms into his Titan form and clashes with the female Titan. The battle between Ren and Annie brings devastation to Stohus, leading up to a final struggle between the Titans near a damaged Walsina. Before she can be captured, Annie encases herself in a hardened crystal. While Ren and the scouts recover, Commander Erwin answers to the mayor of the city for the chaos which ensued. Despite heavy losses and untold destruction, Erwin believes the capture of Annie Lenhart has brought humanity one step closer to understanding the true nature of the Titans. Hange interrogates Pastor Nick after discovering a Titan within the wall, but gains no valuable information. 12 hours earlier, Titans are spotted southwards by Mish Zacharias, whilst watching suspect recruits. The soldiers ride out to warn civilians. Mish splits off to engage the spotted Titans alone. The main scout contingent is warned of the invasion. Mish kills 5 of the 9 Titans, and goes to leave. However, a beast-like Titan throws his horse at him, causing him to fall to the ground. He is questioned by the beast, but stays silent. It takes his ODM gear, and has the nearby Titans eat Mish. The scout regiment set out for Ermak to assist in the crisis, bringing Pastor Nick with them to try to convince him to talk. On the way, Armin theorizes about the Wall Titans. Earlier, while striding to alert citizens, Sasha remembers her past with her father after the fall of Wall Maria. At a village, Sasha saves a girl from a small Titan. She tells the child to run, and blinds the pursuing Titan to escape. She later reunites with her father, who had saved the child. Meanwhile, Connie arrives in his village, to see it in ruins. He rides to his house, but sees an immobile Titan laying atop it. Before the scouts depart from Ragako, the Titan atop Connie's house welcomes him home. Later, Jelgaer's and Nanaba's teams begin separately surveying the wall for a breach. At night, the two scout teams reunite, having found no breach in Walrose. They go to rest at Hutgard Castle. Hange explains how Ren may be able to seal the breach, and Nick refuses to talk after seeing refugees, but reveals who can. At Hutgard, Reynor confronts Ymir, but is interrupted when Titans are spotted outside. The veterans engage the Titans, and the scouts under Hange ride for Hutgard. At Hutgard, the scouts engage the Titans. Earlier, Reynor visits Ymir and realizes she is able to read an unknown writing. When the tower is breached, the recruits are left to halt the Titans' advance. After a close call, they barricade a door. Outside, the scouts nearly finish off the Titans, but the Beast Titan begins throwing projectiles at them, and calls in reinforcements. The veteran scouts are killed, leaving the recruits defenseless and lamenting their deaths. Then, Ymir jumps from the castle, transforming into a Titan. In a 104th training exercise, the cadets notice that 3 people are missing. In the blizzard, Krista drags Daz through the snow. Ymir realizes that Krista is an illegitimate noble, and sends her ahead whilst she takes Daz. At the base, Krista finds the others had miraculously survived. At Hutgard, Ymir engages the Titans. During the fight, she tears down the tower, and rescues the other recruits. The Titans later emerge from the rubble, and begin to devour Ymir, until the scouts arrive and cut them down. After the battle, Krista tells Ymir her real name, Historia. Atop Walrose, the scouts prepare to regroup at Drost. Hange hopes for a cooperative future with Ymir, and Hange admits they found no breach in the wall. Reynor takes Ren aside, revealing his and Bertholdt's identities as the armored and colossal Titans, and requests Ren comes with them. Attempting to downplay his suspicion, Ren dismisses the claims. However, Reynor commits pirate generating a wound he sustained. He and Bertholdt are attacked by Mikaza, but manage to transform into their Titan forms, and grab Ren and Ymir. Betrayed, Ren transforms into his Titan. In his Titan form, Ren battles the armored Titan while the scout regiment attacks the colossal Titan. However, a whirlwind of steam coming from Bertholdt's Titan prevents them from coming close. Meanwhile, Ren is hopelessly overpowered until he recalls a special fighting technique he learned from Annie years ago. He gains the upper hand with Annie's maneuver, but a devastating interference from the colossal Titan brings the fight to a sudden halt. Facing defeat at the hands of the colossal Titan, Ren is taken away by Reynor and Bertholdt. Word is sent to Commander Pixis in trust of the situation in Walrose, and Commander Erwin gathers scout regiment and military police reinforcements to assist in the crisis. At Walrose, Hans comforts Mikaza and Armin, choosing to join them when the time comes to rescue Ren. When Erwin's reinforcements arrive, Hans theorizes on the traitor's new location, and the scouts and MPs embark on a search for Ren and head for a forest of giant trees. While the scouts advance towards the forest of giant trees, Ren and Ymir attempt to get answers from Reynor and Bertholdt. While receiving few answers, they discover that Reiner's personality has split under the pressure from living for 2 different goals. While Ymir wonders about the warrior's goal and the reason for the Beast Titan's presence, Ren expresses his rage towards the traitors. The true enemy of humanity remains a mystery to Ren, though the scouts are closing in on the forest with the intent of saving him from his fate. While Moblet makes a shocking discovery in Ragako, Erwin's scouting formation nears the forest of giant trees. The warriors make their escape, but Ymir desires to see Krista again. Seeing similarities in Krista's past and her own, Ymir refuses to cooperate with Reynor and Bertholdt until they agree to take Krista with them. The soldiers arrive shortly afterward, coming across Ymir's Titan. When Krista is captured by Ymir, the soldiers immediately begin pursuit. After hearing Ymir's motives, Historia agrees to stay by her side. The pursuing soldiers close in on the armored Titan and corner Bertolt, who refuses to give up Ren. Erwin leads a hellish charge against the warriors in which he is injured, though Ren is rescued. Reiner refuses to let him escape and begins throwing Titans into the retreating formation. When Ren and Mikasa are dismounted in the chaos, they come across the Titan that ate Ren's mother 5 years ago. After Hans is eaten by the Titan which killed Ren's mother, Ren suddenly unleashes an incredible power upon the Titan, causing the other Titans to swarm it and tear it to pieces before chasing Reiner and Bertolt away. For her own reasons, Ymir leaves the scouts and retreats with the warriors. The scouts later conclude that the Titans which invaded Walrose were in fact the human citizens of Ragako. As Ren devotes himself to discovering how to use his newfound power, a recovering Erwin concludes that the truths of the world will soon be known. That the truths of the world will soon be known. That the truths of the world will soon be known.